Well, we didn't play it last week, but we're playing it this week. God, it's so funny how I'd forgotten all about that. Now, I would have said they're not going to make it either. They were the team that was the consensus. They have no chance to make it in the AFC, not with all those great teams, not with all that competition, all those great quarterbacks, yada, yada, yada. CJ Stroud ended up being very great. So, for these purposes, Chris, wild card round, super wild card round, quarterback confidence draft. Which quarterbacks do we have the most confidence in? If it wasn't obvious from the title of the draft, you're up.
Well, like, I mean, this is interesting. I think there's some nuance to this, right? I mean, we know like Patrick Mahomes is the greatest in the game, right? I mean, he's already an all-time great. He's won 2 Super Bowls. He's clutch. I mean, clutchness just oozes out of his brain. But I think a little bit of this is like, okay, is taking the team as well, and what can they do to help the quarterback so we can feel confident about him? All right? And that's where I'm going to go to Matthew Stafford first. That's where I'm going to go. You know, one, playing a not very good Detroit Lions defense, and the way their offense played towards the end of the regular season, it's the hottest or maybe the second hottest running game in football. And then those 2 receivers, right? If you ask me one guy that I expect to have a good game with pretty big stats and taking care of the football the most, I think Matthew Stafford is going to be candidate number 1 for me.
I'm going with Josh Allen just because he continues to be the heart and soul of that team. We saw 67 rushing yards from him on Sunday night. Unleash Josh Allen, especially if it's windy at all, and it looks like it could be in Buffalo on Sunday. He can throw that ball through the wind. He can do it all. We've seen him reach a higher level when the playoffs roll around. I have the confidence that he will. And, yeah, they're the 2 seed. There's still questions about this team. Yeah. They start answering them on Sunday against the Steelers, I think, with Josh Allen as the heart and soul of the team.
Oh, I mean, come on. What he did the other night was incredible. Now, you know, he made, you know, one really bad interception and then missing the go route to Diggs, which was like a wide open touchdown. They were bad, and you hope you can wipe that out. But that's where you want like that little bit of a fine line of like, hey, you play so great, but the plays that aren't that great can't be disaster, and that's where Allen's a little scary at times. But I mean, 420-something yards just by yourself. I mean, he is the team, as we talk about. He's incredible. All right, well, now I'm going Mahomes, of course. I'm going to go with Mahomes. I know their offense is not anything special, right? But my confidence in him rising to the occasion, making the appropriate plays, willing his team to a victory in a wild card round, it's still way, way up there. And we know this guy is a special football player, and I would think he'll be on his A game on the exclusive Peacock wild card game, Dolphins versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
One of the things Rodney Harrison always says about the playoffs is everything becomes more intense. Everything about the game is more intense. I think the more playoff experience you have, the better off you're going to be. Mm-hmm. The better suited you are to get your teammates to understand what's going to be required in these moments. And that's why I have a ton of confidence in Joe Flacco, a Super Bowl MVP. There's 2 Super Bowl MVPs. Matthew Stafford didn't win it. Cooper Kupp did. There's 2 Super Bowl MVPs in this group. One is Patrick Mahomes, and the other is Joe Flacco. Yeah. So give me Joe Flacco.
I hear you. I mean, first off, Stafford should have been the MVP. I mean, come on. It was like the hater of...
Aaron Donald should have been.
Or him, too. I mean, again, all the injuries they have, and he brought them back with nobody on the field and just threw one dime after another. But I hear you with the Flacco thing. My big concern with Cleveland and Flacco, you know, this is where it's funny. Kevin Stefanski, Coach of the Year, yes, he does a lot of great things. Management of games, and that's where I don't know where the analytics get in. That's scary. You got a Super Bowl defense. I never saw the 2015 Broncos, the 2000 Ravens, the 85 Bears going for it on 4th down all the time. Play the way you're supposed to play, Cleveland. All right, let's go to a break.
We're going to take a break, and we'll finish up the draft next here on PFT. All right, we're back. The quarterback confidence draft for the Super Wild Card round. We've got 4 picks up, 2 more to go. Maybe we can squeeze in 4 more. Chris, who you got?
Well, I'm going to go Dak Prescott for sure here. I mean, maybe I should have picked him earlier. Dak Prescott's been playing incredible football. I mean, obviously in the MVP conversation. He played awesome this year. He's had some experience in the playoffs. We know that. Playing a Green Bay defense that hasn't been all that great here the last 5 or 6 weeks. I feel good about Dak Prescott this weekend.
I'm torn between C.J. Stroud and Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has been banged up this year. The Eagles are crumbling. He's the leader of that team. Some of that splashes onto him. And you look at C.J. Stroud, they basically had a playoff game already on Saturday night against the Colts. And what did he do? Fires the long touchdown pass right out of the gates. I'll go C.J. Stroud here.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, he's definitely playing better football than Jalen Hurts, so I understand that. Without question. Now, the only thing that's scary about that is he's got to play the best defense in football that actually absolutely obliterated his offense when he didn't play a few weeks ago. My last one, I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts. I still am. I mean, he's still on a really talented football team. He's got some weapons around him. He does not, feel the pressure of big moments. And, of course, his running ability, I think, will be a big factor in the Monday night game as well. So I'll take Jalen Hurts.
I'm going to go Jordan Love just based on the quality of his play. He was written off halfway through the season, and then quietly he's pieced together a pretty damn good year.
He has.
And maybe they can stick it to Mike McCarthy and company on Sunday. That's it. See you tomorrow.
See ya.
Great Wednesday. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.